As New Mexico's long, angry fight over driver's licenses for illegal immigrants rages on, another driver's license issue is being ignored. An astounding number of dangerous people whose licenses definitely should be yanked have driven right through a loophole in the system and are now heading right at you. Here's News 13 investigative reporter Larry Barker.
These 14,000 accused drunk drivers, they beat the system.
They clearly beat the system.
It has just become a muddy mess.
That's not justice, and that's not the way the system should work.
How many times have you heard it? You drink, you drive, you lose. Well, here's something you haven't heard before. It's the thousands of drunk drivers who drove, got arrested, and then won.
No, it doesn't take place here in court. It's here at motor vehicles. You see, if you get caught driving while intoxicated, two things will happen. First, you'll be arrested. Second, you'll automatically lose your driving privileges for up to 1 year. That's the law. However, you can challenge the loss of your license by asking for an MVD administrative hearing. If you can prove your arrest was not by the book, then motor vehicles will return your license. Last year, the MVD conducted more than 5,000 revocation hearings across the state. Police officers are required to appear and justify the driver's arrest. An MVD employee will then determine whether to return a driver's license. According to the rules, only the driver's lawyer is required to attend the hearings. However, the police officer has no choice. In fact, if the police officer is either late or a no-show, the MVD automatically restores driving privileges.
Our investigation found since 2003, more than 14,000 drunk drivers got a break when witnesses failed to show at hearings. It's enough to fill every cell at the county jail more than 6 times over.
In light of the fact that the necessary witness is not present here today, Council, I will rescind the revocation in the matter.
New Mexico highways are literally bumper to bumper with drunk drivers who have figured out the secret to beating the system. Lose your license after a DWI, and the odds are pretty fair, MVD will give it back. Ask Delano Sanchez. Following his 6th DWI last year, the state revoked his driving privileges. 2 months later, he got it back when the officer who arrested him did not appear at the hearing. Diego Sandoval got the same break following his 4th DWI for aggravated drunk driving. The state took away his license and then gave it back. Yvette Wise had 3 prior DWI arrests when she was pulled over last year for aggravated drunk driving. Months later, she was back on the road with a valid driver's license, courtesy of a witness who did not make it to the hearing.
This is the only chance that drunk drivers really have a chance to keep their licenses, and that's only if the officer doesn't show up.
State Rep Al Park is chair of the House Judiciary Committee.
These drunk drivers are falling through the cracks at this administrative hearing, and they get to keep their licenses. And that means that, frankly, you and me and everyone on the road is in danger.
Since Officer Lee is not present, I will rescind the revocation in this matter. Your driving privileges in the state of New Mexico will not be revoked pursuant to the Implied Consent Act.
Gorden Eden is the Department of Public Safety Cabinet Secretary.
It is insane. We are putting drunk drivers, giving them back their lawful right to operate a motor vehicle, and having them walk away from these administrative hearings when in fact they broke the law.
Well, the reality is we've got a system that's broken, that's allowing drunk drivers to beat the system and get their driver's license back.
Ray Schultz is APD's chief of police.
There's just not enough hours in the day, not enough days in the week, in order for us to make sure that we have an officer present at every administrative hearing.
APD spends millions of dollars a year in overtime for officers to attend hearings, interviews, and criminal court cases.
Our arrests, especially for DWI, a clear majority occur early evening, late evening, and early morning hours. All of these hearings are all set on a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 schedule.
The chief says scheduled hearings are part of the job. However, scheduling nightmares routinely require officers to appear in multiple places at the same time. For example, Monday, September 24th, it's DWI officer Gustavo Gomez's day off.
He's scheduled to start the morning off at 8 o'clock with a grand jury case. He's then scheduled to be in Metropolitan Court at 9:30. He has a pretrial scheduled at 10:30, another pretrial scheduled at 11, another pretrial scheduled at 11:15, another pretrial scheduled at 11:30, an MVD, Administrative License Revocation hearing, scheduled at 1 o'clock. He's scheduled to be in Metropolitan Court at 1:30, and he's scheduled again to be at MVD at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
The beneficiaries of a flawed hearing process include Jessica Record. She was arrested for DWI in February. She got her license back in May, and 2 months later was back in jail for drunk driving. Last year, Kenneth Cannon was arrested, had his license returned, and then was arrested again for drunk driving. Hector Martinez was popped last year on his second DWI arrest. He got his license back because of a witness no-show and then was rearrested for aggravated drunk driving.
Defense attorneys know it's impossible for an officer to be present at every scheduled hearing. And they play the game, they play the odds. And unfortunately, the odds are in their favor.
People will drink and drive whether they have a license or not. But what people now know is, I can beat the system. I can get that driver's license back through an administrative hearing process. And that's exactly what they're doing. We are putting the legal right to drive back into the people's hands who are causing the vast majority of our motor vehicle fatalities in the state.
We're going to fight to change that statute. That is not a statute that should continue to exist because it favors one side over the other. And the side that it most is against are the people of New Mexico who are on the roadways, going about their business, and possibly having that same drunk driver driving once again drunk with a valid driver's license.
It's going to take an action by the legislature to correct the mayhem that we are creating through these administrative hearings.
In my 30-plus years with the department, I've investigated way too many fatal accidents caused by DWI offenders. I've seen the tragedy occur on the streets. And unfortunately, it's going to continue to occur because people continue to get their driver's license back. They continue to beat the system and not be held accountable.
Larry Barker, KRQE News 13.
Among the changes Governor Martinez will ask from next year's legislature is a provision to let police officers testify at those administrative hearings over the phone instead of having to be there in person.